The Knight of Coins and the Knight of Swords. Holy goodness. All right. Yeah, you are ready to move. You're ready to make some choices. You're ready to think long term. And that comes from that pause. So if you felt stagnant a little bit in the month of September, or if you were going through this, I really need to look at things differently and sort some stuff out and clean some things out and take better care of myself. Going into October, you may very well be in an action-oriented state where you are ready to put all of those moments of clarity that you had while you were meditating, praying, performing self-care, catching your breath. I think that might have been your card, your main card. I believe so. No wonder that's what I was thinking. Okay, so the catching your breath, moving into ideal course of action. And the coin card here, this represents, he's a slow moving energy. As you can see, his horse is still, this one, the horse is even like, dude, are you sure you know what you're doing right now? So in the physical sense, you may be thinking long term, what are my goals financially, in my career, in my home, in my health? What I need to get out of this instant gratification mindset. How do I think longer term with this, and what actions can I start taking that may not affect me right now, but can affect me 5 months, 5 years from now? The Knight of Swords, going back to his horse looking like he's crazy, he can sometimes be a little exuberant. Maybe gets in a little, like by rushing into things, may get a bit in over his head, So we appreciate that he wants to get stuff done, but he might not be as logical or clear-headed as he needs to be. He's just trying to make stuff work. But I think the combination of these two are you trying, you may be trying to weigh these two and, okay, so what do I have to do right now, and what is going to affect me down the road, and how do I make these two things work, and what action do I need to take? That's really awesome, Aquarius. That's fun energy. Now let's move on to your physical space. That one was your mental space. So just thinking about all of that. The physical space, we have the 10 of Swords. If you're not careful, these are 2 Swords cards. And they come, 10, then Knight, or it'd be like a Jack in playing cards, so this card comes next. No, it doesn't. It's the Page, then the Knight. I just lied to you. So there's one in between. This would be like a 12, and this is a 10. Jeez. Making myself look foolish. All right. The 10 is a completion. This person is done for, right? So the way I'm taking this is don't use up all of your energy mentally, because it can physically end you. Like, I'm afraid if you're too much in this Knight energy, you're going to exhaust yourself and not don't overdo it. I know you're probably excited to have a more clear view of where you want to go, and the actions you want to take and how you want to get there and so forth. Rome wasn't built in a day. And with these two coming out side by side, I think that will be something you have to remind yourself of, because this is a lot of, okay, I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do this. And I just really feel with that coming out in the physical card that you could overwhelm yourself. Let's pull a card for your emotional space. The Star card, of course. So you are feeling yourself. Literally, the Star card is for you anyway. And this is a, you know, a rebalancing, a renewal that's happening. She's both in water and on land. She's pouring into both of those spaces with water, this regrowth, renewal, which is you guys anyway, this fresh vibrancy, this excitement, this that ability after that breath is taken to flourish. And that's really special, Aquarius. I really hope that you are feeling more secure in yourself and you're feeling the renewal emotionally within yourself. So this coming in your emotional space, that's self-love to me in a big way, renewing your self-confidence, renewing your self-worth, renewing the respect that you have for yourself, the story you tell yourself about yourself, and how you speak to yourself, how you think about yourself. All of those things are going to be, look like they could be really setting in this month and feeling confident. And I think that's beautiful. Let's pull a card for your spiritual space. This is the card of nostalgia, the Six of Cups. This card is just like the sweetest card. You know, two children smelling the flowers, looking very happy to be playing outside. And so this always makes me think of not just in relationships, but in many parts of our lives, it's extremely important to respect what was important to us as children. It's amazing the joy and the emotional fulfillment that can be had by experiencing nostalgia, experiencing, that was the pleasure I felt as a kid, or that was the joy I felt as a kid, and continuing that through our lives. I think some of the time we forget the things we enjoyed when we were little, and bringing those little things back, just the smell of something or the texture of something. So spiritually speaking with this card, this may be going back to a part of your spiritual practice from your youth, whether it's, you know, a church or a group or an event or just an activity that was on a spiritual level from when you were younger that you could revisit now, may be beneficial to you this month. To what about my youth do I miss a little bit and I wish I could experience again? And that's a really, really beautiful card. And sometimes going back to those moments help us redirect where we want to go. I want to experience this more. I want my family to experience this, or I want to keep this alive in my heart. So how do I pull this more into my space? Awesome. So we're going to pause, move things around, and we'll be right back. And I'm really hoping that you all can't hear the chainsaw out there. My neighbors are always so loud. All right. Now what we're going to do is some specific pulls. Again, we're going to start with the theme, if you will. Knight of Wands. So your third night. And the Four of Wands. So again, an action card. And this definitely may This may have a lot to do with your creativity, expressiveness, charisma, uh, just feeling good. This is fire energy. So being more bold, being more interactive, and being maybe the cause rather than the effect kind of energy. And the 4 always makes me think of a party because look at them, they're having a good time, dancing under the fireworks, you know? This is being in a really creative or exciting or connective space. And those 2 cards coming out together are just, that looks like an amazing opportunity to let some of this shine and feel good in your space, feel good about who you are, enjoy your life. Fun. Let's pull a challenge card. Really? For having such a good month, why in the world would you need so many challenge cards? I don't even know what order these all came out. So, we were just talking about this beautiful wand energy, and the Ace of Wands is a beautiful wand energy as well. It's the potential of creation, right? It's like that spark that can be fanned into something greater if given the time and the respect and the whatever. I just feel with all this night energy and this trying to ideal course of action that it may actually be hard for you to go. This is when you may be feeling so creative or so intent on finding the missing piece that, yeah, you get to experience a lot of this energy, but grasping hold of one of them, grasping hold of something specific, the ideal, may be difficult if you're too much moving and not enough respecting your alone time and your self-care. The Hermit is not about being lonely. It's about taking time to be alone and taking time to shut other people's thoughts, ideas, opinions, so on and so forth out. Allow you to digest your own space, who you are, who you want to be, what decisions you want to make, what have you. And the ability to be flexible, you may get with these Knight cards, especially that Knight of Swords, extremely decisive and unwilling to allow others to have input or allowing for turns in the road. One second, I'm gonna try to cut down on that noise. I don't know if that helped at all, but that was making me crazy. I just feel like this could be way too much of I have to have it my way. It has to be ideal. It has to, creating too many expectations or being too rigid. I think with the ideal course of action, it's important to also say there's no right way or wrong way. There's just the way. And I think coming into what ideal course of action really means is understanding that we have to be flexible and we have to be willing to understand that we can't control anything but our perception of life and the decisions we make based on it. So if other people's actions aren't what we expected them to be or fall into what we've decided is our course, we have to understand that we just have to adjust and keep moving. And if we get too rigid, if we get too set in stone, it can be more detrimental to us. So I just feel like all of these cards coming out in our challenge area is a reminder that to not get too, this is my course and it has to be exactly like this every step of the way or it's going to mess me up. And understanding that you need to take time to yourself, digest your own opinions and thoughts and feelings on situations, and be willing to have your ideal course of action include dealing with unforeseen circumstances, good or bad, and just allowing yourself to trust yourself, to be decisive, to make good choices, to make long-term choices, to keep moving and keep doing the work. I feel like I'm almost bullying you right now. Oh, wrong deck. Let's take a card for need to know. We have the Three of Cups. Cups are emotions. They are dancing and having a good time. It's usually shown as three women traditionally in most decks. With all this fire energy and the Four of Wands here, I just feel like your social life in general may be a major part of the month of October. Your friend groups, who you spend time with, who you have fun with, who you connect with and can be creative with. And this may be just getting together with your girlfriends to create your Halloween costumes, which, you know, I'm all for. We've already started in this household creating foam armor and all kinds of craziness. So I love that this is coming up for you, Aquarius, that, you know, it just, with these wands and the cups and all of this night energy and the star, it's just, there's so much positive, beautiful energy coming out here. And I know I just kind of laid it down on you here on the challenges, but you're in a good space. So don't let the little hiccups throw you off. It's really what overall I'm feeling here. Don't exhaust yourself. Don't wear yourself out. Enjoy that you feel good in the month of October. Enjoy that you have positive relationships and opportunities to express yourself, and enjoy the company of others. And as long as you remember that the time to yourself, to listen to yourself, is important, and don't